The backstory of Versace's death. If you aren't familiar with the name already, Gianni Versace is an Italian fashion designer and the founder of the fashion brand Versace, an international fashion house that produces accessories, fragrances, makeup, home furnishings, and even clothes. He also designed costumes for theater and films. However, one topic that has interested masses of the public is his death. How was such a famous figure shot so easily? And what led up to it? With his mother being a seamstress, growing up, Gianni would watch her work on designs for her boutique. And after high school, Versace worked for a short period of time at his mother's shop before moving to Milan in 1972, where he worked for several Italian ateliers, such as Complice and Mariel Valentino. With the help of the Girambelis, an Italian fashion family, Versace was able to establish his own company, Gianni Versace SPA, in 1978. During that same year, Versace was able to stage his first wear show under his own name. Throughout the 1980s, Versace designed and built a fashion empire, producing ensembles that expressed sensuality and sexuality. Although his great rep for high fashion, Versace did have some controversies that could have led people to dislike him. His name became synonymous for many with vulgarity because of the way his Baroque themes translated into flashy or inappropriate fashion, which was the object of aspiration in the movie Showgirls. As much as Mr. Versace invented fashion itself, he altered the presentation of the art completely. He was one of the first designers to tap into the advantage of publicity, and he filled his front row with famous celebrities who were then photographed in high-profile and campaign shots by Richard Avedon, Bruce Weber, Herb Ritts, and Helmut Newton. Moreover, Madonna, Bon Jovi, Prince, and even Elton John have all posed to sell Versace. However, this advertising was often erotic and rejected by conservative publications for showing more nudity than fashion. Mr. Versace was so interested in what was going on in the world that he embraced many celebrities at the height of any controversy, providing a safe house for those with a battered image. Mike Tyson, the Princess of Wales, soon Yee Previn, and Woody Allen. Mr. Allen had also asked Mr. Versace to be in his next film. He was the first to realize the value of the celebrity in the front row and the value of the supermodel and put fashion on an international media platform, said Anna Wintour, the editor of Vogue and a friend. He relished media attention and masterminded it, and everybody followed in his footsteps. Regardless of his controversies, Versace did struggle in his life and was even diagnosed by a rare cancer in the inner ear in 1993. After his cancer was diagnosed, he said, "There were a lot of tests and scans and treatments that were hard, but as I said, I'm very optimistic. I never fall down. I always fight." Mr. Versace lived his entire life with an eye to his legacy. It is the life and passion embedded in his work that had made his violent death so surreal to those in the industry. Despite a battle with cancer, despite the sort of visibility and fame that modern culture has shown to bring vulnerability, Mr. Versace never seemed vulnerable. Surrounded by his friends and a regular retinue of celebrities and friends, he seemed protected, if only by the sense that modern fashion could not go on without him. You may ask, well, what really led up to his death. What actually happened? One night, a regular at the buzzy Ocean Drive restaurant, Versace bought a coffee, exchanged greetings with the manager, scooped up issues of Vogue and The New Yorker, and headed back to Casa Casarina, which was the villa he had spent millions acquiring and renovating. He walked up 5 marble steps and slipped his key into the lock on the iron gate, and at that precise moment, a dark-haired man wearing knee-length shorts, a grey tank top, a basketball cap, and a backpack surged up the same marble steps. Suddenly and quickly, Andrew Cunanan shot Gianni Versace twice, execution style. Then he turned around and casually walked away like nothing had happened. Till now, no one ever figured out why Cunanan killed Versace and the unknown motive behind his action. People think that Cunanan might have had an undiagnosed mental illness, or that he wanted to become famous, or that he had run out of money and important contacts. The several conspiracy theories and different assumptions are still being studied to this very day. Did his controversial behavior upset anyone else? Was the murder targeted for a bigger, unknown reason? Eventually, Versace's murder investigation ended on July 23, 1997, which was when Cunanan shot himself to death on a boathouse 2 miles from Versace's house, 8 days after the murder of Versace. Cunanan's suicide ended the high-profile manhunt that followed the global news coverage of Versace's murder. Nevertheless, to this day, this murder is one of the most mysterious of its kind, and no one knows Cunanan's true motives up until now.